Number 7. The Jerry Bryant Buck.
The Jerry Bryant buck was killed with a crossbow in Fulton County, Illinois on November 15th, 2001. This buck had 37 points and scored 291 and 1/8 inches. It was a mainframe 6x7, except it has a ton of stickers and kickers or whatever you call them coming off the main beam. The biggest buck he had gotten before this was only an 8-pointer, so you could tell how happy this guy would have been to kill such of a monarch.
Number 6. The Tony Fulton Buck.
The Tony Fulton buck was killed with a bow in Winston County, Mississippi on January 5th, 1995. The buck had 33 points and scored 295 and 3/4 inches. He wasn't actually going to go hunting the night of January 5th, but his wife insisted that he did, and you could tell how much it would suck if he didn't go hunting that night.
Number 5. The Timothy Beck Buck.
The Timothy Beck buck was killed with a gun in Huntington County, Indiana on November 17th, 2012. The buck has 37 points and scored 305 and 7/8 inches. When he shot the buck, his neighbor ran over across a fence line to what was actually the land he was hunting on, that cornfield, and thought it was his. And he said, "You shot my buck." But later, that whole thing got dismissed, and now it's an awesome trophy.
Number 4. The Tony Loveston Buck.
The Tony Loveston buck was killed with a muzzleloader in Albia, Iowa on September 29th, 2003. The buck had 33 points and scored 307 and 5/8 inches. When Tony got the buck, he was only 15 years old, which is pretty young age to kill such a monarch.
Number 3. The Stephen Tucker Buck.
The Stephen Tucker buck was killed with a muzzleloader in Sumner County, Tennessee on November 7th, 2017. The buck had 47 points and scored 312 and 3/8 inches. When Stephen got the buck, he was only 27 years old and now holds the top 3rd record for biggest whitetails ever taken.
Number 2. The Brian Butcher Buck.
The Brian Butcher buck was killed with a bow in Chase County, Kansas on October 11th, 2019. The buck had 67 points with only 3 on his right side and scored 321 and 3/8 inches. When Brian got the buck, he was only 38 years old and now holds the record for the 2nd biggest whitetail ever taken.
Number 1. The Luke Brewster Buck.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The Luke Brewster buck was killed with a bow in Edgar County, Illinois on November 1st, 2018. The buck had 39 points and scored 327 and 7/8 inches. Luke Brewster was only 30 at the time when he killed such a big monarch of a deer and had to drive 10 hours from Virginia to Illinois just to kill that deer. And that makes him the record holder for the top whitetail ever taken.